press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone, in the previous class we learnt about the diversity of an object. Diversity is nothing but the varieties of an object. As we all see in our surrounding, there is a varieties of objects are present. For example, chair, table, desk, window, door, etc. These are all the objects which are made from the different types of materials. For example, different types of materials are used to prepare or make the different types of objects. For example, leather. See, by using the leather, we can prepare or many things can be prepared. For example, leather bag, leather shoe, leather slipper, etc. These are the different types of objects which can prepared by using the material. That one is a leather. See, in the next example is paper. For example, paper. See, paper is a material. By using this paper, different types of objects can be prepared. For example, newspaper, textbook, notebook, calendar, diaries, etc. These are all the objects can prepared by using the material like paper. Sometimes one single object can be made by using different types of materials. For example, like almirah, nothing but the cupboard. Usually the cupboard is made up of a wood and the handle, which is a metallic handle and which helps to closing and opening the door of a cupboard. Like that, one more example is there, pressure cooker. In household articles, pressure cooker is there. See, pressure cooker is usually made up of a metal and the handle which we hold the cooker is usually made up of a plastic, a thermosetting plastic, that one, and it is not melt easily. With a high temperature it can be melted. And see, this is the example of a different types of objects and different types of materials can used according to the purpose and the need. See, in today's class we will start with the classification. Different types of objects can be classified according to the characteristic properties of a materials. See, for example, librarian. Usually, librarian keeps all the books in the library according to the subject wise and according to the alphabetical way. See, in library, how they keep the books means in rack, they will keep the books. See, like that, there is a varieties of books are there, and according to the subject wise and alphabetical way, they will keep the books. See, like that, there are so many books are keep the librarian. See, like that, librarian keeps all the books according to the subject wise and according to the alphabetical way alphabetical way, they keep the book. If we ask them to one particular book, they will quickly find out that book. Like that, classification helps to many more purposes. And one more example is there. See, first one is librarian. And the second one is doctor. See, if we have cold and cough, when we go to doctor, he will considering the different types of diseases, he come to conclusion about that one person is having that cold. Like that, classification helps to classifying the different types of objects to considering one particular object. See, and the next third one example is school bag. See, usually when you go to school, you carry the bag and the bag is contain different types of books. How you arrange in a particular way? See, if for example consider this is your bag, and you will keep all the textbook in one place, and all the notebook in another place. And the small objects like eraser, pencil, scale, sharpener, these are the small objects which we keep in a pencil box. Like that, you also classify the different types of object according to the characteristic property. Means the small objects you keep in a pencil box or geometry box, and the textbook in one place and the notebook in the another place. Like that, you also classify the different types of object. See, one by one I will tell you. See, classification means nothing but the classifying the objects according to the different types of properties, arranging the things into properties. According to the properties we have to arrange, that one we call it as a classification. See, first one is librarian. Librarian, those who work in a library is called as librarian. Librarian usually keeps all the books in the library according to the subject wise and according to the alphabetical way he keeps. If we ask them one particular book, he will quickly go and find out that book. How he know about these books means he classifying certain books in a proper way. Like that, classification helps. This is the example. And the doctor. For example, doctor, if we go to the doctor, when we have any illness in our body, he considering the different varieties of diseases and come to conclusion that that person is having that type of diseases like cold or cough or any other diseases according to the body. See, this is the example of a classification. Next one is school bag. According to the classification, you also keep your bag in a properly. That one is you keep all the textbook in one place and all the notebook in another place. And the small objects like sharpener, pencil, scale, like that, different types of objects you keep in a pencil box. Like that, you also classifying the different types of objects. See, next we shall move on to the, now we know about the classification. Classification is nothing but the systematic arranging the things into group according to the, on the basis of their common property is called as classification. The process of arranging the things into group on the basis of their common property. See, classification means the process of systematically arranging the things into groups on the basis of common, on the basis of their common property. See, systematic. See, what is the meaning of classification means? There are so many examples what I gave will helpful for defining the word classification. See, classification means nothing but the process of systematic, means what properly in a very considering manner we have to arranging the things into groups on the basis of their common property. For example, if chair, table, chalk, duster, these are the things which have to separate, and this we call it as solid things. Like that, according to their common property, we have to classify the different types of things. Like different types of drinks are there, and we have to milk, juices, we collect them and classify them as a these groups of objects will be or substance will be liquid. Like that, we have to classify different types of objects according to the property which they possess. Like that. See, the process of systematic arranging the things into groups on the basis of their common property is called as classification. One more definition is there. Classification means nothing but grouping similar things together is also called as classification. See, grouping similar things together is called classification. See, one more definition, grouping similar things together is called as classification. Similar things together, we have to make the classification also. See, there are two definitions is there. One is the process of systematic arranging the things into groups on the basis of their common property is called as classification. And one more definition is there, grouping similar things together is called as classification. See, there are varieties of definitions are there for the word classification. I will write here only two. See, as we all know that there are different types of examples for classification, and definition also very different. And see, we come to know about the classification. Then why it is important for classifying the different types of object? There is a question arising in our mind. See, the classification helpful for different purpose, and we come to know about these different purpose. See, classification, there are many points are there. The uses or the why we use to classify the different objects, in which grouping is done because, see, classifying is done because of it helps in sorting out the object. First point is there, it helps in sorting out the object. Sorting means what? Arranging the objects. It helps it means what? Classification will helps in sorting out the object, separating or the arranging the objects according to their properties. They possess many properties, for example, hardness, softness, like that. There are different types of properties they have, and according to them, by knowing the properties of an object, we can classify the object into according to their properties. And the second one is make easier to locate any object. See, second point tells about that it helps to locate any objects. For example, if we consider one tree, different types of trees are there, and we have to classify according to nature and properties of there. For example, neem tree is different from the mango tree. There are so many differences between them. It is a very fruit is also different, and the stem is also different. Like that, there are different objects will be there, and substance and the things will be there. We have to classify according to their properties, and we can locate these plants will be according to their properties. And the third one is it is convenient to arrange the things systematically. Convenient nothing but the systematic or satisfied, or our comfortable, we have to arrange the things systematically. If grouping will be takes place and many objects will be at one place, means what, it is very difficult to pick up one object. See, like that, convenient means what, comfortable or our satisfaction to arrange the things in a systematically. See, like that, the third point tells about the systematic way we have to arrange in our comfortable way. And the fourth point is it helps to identify any objects. By classifying the different types of object, we can identify particular object and which group they possess, like that. See, next one is it helps in having knowledge about the things. By classifying different varieties of an object, we gain knowledge over the things. See, knowledge over the things means what? About their properties, about their characteristic, about their behavior, like that. There are so many things will be there. We gain the knowledge by systematic way and by using the classifying different types of objects. And sixth one is make study of different object easier. See, it is easier to study different object in a easy way, like that we can classify the things. And seventh one is it helps to understand similarities and dissimilarities among the different objects. For considering or for classifying the different types of object, some objects possess similarities where some other having the different or dissimilarities in their property. So, by considering the similarities and dissimilarities about the object, we can classify different objects in a proper way. See, this is all about the grouping is done because of the classification. See, one by one I will read here. First one is it helps in sorting out the object. Sorting means nothing but the arranging or placing a particular things according to their characteristics. Second point, make easier to locate any object, means it is nothing but it saves the time. If we know the object and we can locate easier, like that. For example, calendar is there. We hang the calendar in the hook, is it not? Whether the calendar is placed in a table, no, it is not placed in a table. See, like that we can classify or to locate any object very quickly, and it also saves the time. See, in the third point, it's convenient to arrange the things in the systematically, properly, or properly it is convenient, means what? Satisfaction to arrange the things. Arranging is done because of the classification. Classifying the different types of object, it's our convenient to arrange. And fourth point, it helps to identify any object. Objects can be identifying by helps to identify the object. By classifying the different types of object, we can classify or we can arrange the different objects and we can easily identify the particular object. See, and third one, fifth one is it helps in having knowledge about the things. Knowledge is very important about the things. If we have the knowledge, we can arrange easily according to their properties, according to their behavior, characteristic, like that. Appearance. For example, cotton is different from the iron, is it not? When we touch the cotton, we feel it is a soft in nature, whereas if we touch the iron, we feel it is hard. Like that, we have the knowledge of classifying the different types of object. Fifth point tells about the helps in having the knowledge about the things. If we have the knowledge, we can arrange the different things according to their way, according to their characteristics. And the sixth one is make study of different object easier. Different varieties of objects are there, and we have to arrange or study, means we have to gain the knowledge about the things or about the object, different object. It is very easier. And the seventh one is it helps to understand similarities and dissimilarities among different objects. Different varieties of objects are there. By looking or by observing these objects, we can classify the similarities and also dissimilarities about the object. Like that, classification is very helpful for these points. There are so many points are also there, but I have written here few of them. See, this is how classification is very important in day-to-day life. If we have the knowledge about the things, we can classify the things. As I told you, school bags, if you go to school, how you bring the things in your bag, like that textbook you keep in a one single place, and the notebook is placed in a one another single place in a bag, and the small objects like sharpener, scale, pencil, pen, eraser, like that. These are the objects, small objects which you keep in a pencil box. Like that, you can easily classify the different things. If you don't have such knowledge over the things or object, you can't arrange these things in a proper way. See, this is how classification is done. See, next we shall move on to the materials. As we all know that for arranging the things, classification is very important. There are so many varieties of objects in our surrounding. For example, chair, window, chalk, table, calendar. These are the different types of objects which are present in our nature or present in our surrounding. See, these are all the objects which is having the different varieties of materials they possess and they are made up of. These objects can be made up of different types of objects, materials. See, material means what? Nothing but the matter of which see, I will write here, material is nothing but the matter of an object is made. Is called material. See, materials means nothing but materials is nothing but the matter of which an object is made is called as materials. Materials is nothing but the matter of which an object is made is called as materials. We see different types of materials. For example, glass, balloon, water, table, chair, etc. Say, materials is nothing but the matter of which an object is made is called as material. For example, glass, balloon, water, table, chair, etc. These are all the types of materials. There are so many materials are present in our surrounding. See, then what is the meaning of matter? Matter means what? If we observe the objects in it closely, we can see some objects is having the weight, nothing but the mass, and having the mass and definite shape, and we can felt by our sense organ is called as matter. See, I will repeat once again. If we observe the object closely, we see the objects having the mass, nothing but the weight, and possess a definite shape and felt by one or more sense organ. See how we sense one or more sense organ means. For example, iron and cotton is there. If we touch the cotton, we feel that it is a soft in nature, though both are the solid substance. But if we touch the iron, we feel that it is a hard in nature. Compare these two, we can feel that cotton is a very soft in nature, whereas iron is a very hard in nature. See, like that, we can felt by one or more sense organ is called as matter. One more definition is there. Matter is nothing but matter is nothing but anything which has a mass and occupies space is also called as matter. Anything that has a mass and occupies space is called as matter. See, matter is nothing but anything that has a mass is nothing but the weight, and the occupies space is called as matter. For example, if we consider the chalk, see, it is having some weight. If we weigh in a balance, it shows the weight. See, like that, it has a weight and occupies space. The molecules in the chalk will be arranged very closely. That's why it is called a solid substance. See, matter is nothing but anything that has a mass and occupies space is called as matter. See, matter is having different states. See, as you studied in previous class, in 4th standard you studied, in 5th standard you studied about the different types of matter. See, that one we call it as a states of matter. There are 3 different states of matter is there. First one is solid, second liquid, and the third one is gas. In solid, there is a more intracellular, there is a lack of or less amount, very less amount of space in between the solid substance. See, in solid, I will tell only. See, in solid there is a lack of space or a very less amount of space is present in the solid. That's why it is called as solid. And the liquid having the, compared to the solid, there is a compared to the solid, there is a intercellular space is present, and that's why it is called as liquid. And the gas is having the many more space compared to the solid as well as the liquid, and that's why it is called as gas. See, I will write the diagram here. For example, if we take one beaker and in which we put the solid things, the arrangement of molecule is there like this. This one is a solid. See, there is a less space in between the solid, and there is a lack of, or the very less space is present in the solid. And I will take one more beaker here. Compared to the solid, the molecules are arranged in a very loosely. See, this one we call it as a liquid, and the gas. The molecules are arranged in a very, compared to the solid and liquid, it is very loosely arranged. See, intercellular space is nothing but in between there is a no gap at all. See, in solid, the molecules is arranged in a compact, very closely way it will arrange the molecules, and that's why it is called as solid. See, like that, liquid. This one is a solid and the next one is liquid. See, there is a less space, or compared to the solid it is a less space, and there is a space in between them, and compared to the solid it is less space in between them, having the space in between them, and that's why it is called as liquid. And the gas having more space in between them, and that's why it is called as gas. See, these are all the states of matter: solid, liquid and the gas. Example is wood. In liquid, water is the example. In gas, balloon is the example. In the balloon, air is filled, that is hydrogen gas is filled in the balloon, or helium gas is filled in the balloon. See, these are all the states of matter. One by one I will tell you. Matter is nothing but anything which has a mass, nothing but the weight, and occupies space is called as matter. There are different types of states of matter are there. One by one we will discuss. Solid. In solid there is a less space between the molecules. There is a intercellular space is very less in the solid, and that's why molecules are closely arranged. And liquid, in liquid, in solid for example is wood, whereas liquid compared to the solid there is a space is between them, and that's why it is called as liquid. There is a space, and this space the molecules will be compared to the solid loosely arranged, and that's why it's called as a liquid. Example is water. And gas. Gas, here the molecules is compared to the solid as well as the liquid, there is a more space in between them, and that's why it is called as gas. See, example is balloon. Balloon usually air is present, and that one is a helium gas is present, and this is a very light gas which is filled in the balloon. See, this is all about the states of matter. Next we shall move on to the properties of solid, liquid and gas. See, in solid particles are very closely arranged. In liquid the particles are loosely arranged, and the gas compared to the solid and the liquid it is very much loosely arranged. See, this is how states of matter can be divided. Next we shall move on to the properties of matter. See, as we all come to know about the matter and the states of matter. Matter is nothing but anything which has a mass and occupies space is called as matter. There are different types of states of matter are there, one by one. First one is solid, liquid and the gas. Solid, the particles are very closely arranged, and example of this solid is wood. There are so many examples are there, and the liquid is example is water. The molecules or the particles will arranged in a very compared to the solid loosely arranged. This one we call it as a molecules like that. I will write here. See, in the gas, balloon is the example where compared to the solid and the liquid, the molecules will come very loosely arranged, and this is how states of matter will be divided. Next we shall move on to the properties of a matter. Properties of matter is nothing but solid, liquid and the gas. They show different types of properties. In solid, definite shape and definite mass is there. Definite shape and definite mass and the volume is also there. For example, wood. See, this is the first property of a solid. Definite mass, nothing but the weight. For example, if we hold the pencil box, we feel that it is having some weight like that. In solid, it is having definite structure is there. For example, see, this is the duster. It is having the definite shape and some weight is having, and that is called as mass. Definite shape and mass and having the volume is called as solid. This is the property of a solid. And the next one is this is having the mass is nothing but the weight. Liquid usually having the mass. For example, if your water bottle having the weight or the mass is having, and the volume is also is having, but it doesn't have definite shape. That's why it takes the shape of a container. For example, see, if we pour the water on the ground or the floor, what will happen? It takes its own shape. And for example, if we put or pour the water in the plate, it will take the shape of a plate. Like that, if we take and pour the water in the glass, it will take the shape of a glass. See, like that, it takes its own shape. Whenever we pour the water in different object, see, like that, it doesn't have any shape, but it takes the shape of a container or anything which has which we pour into the object. See, and the gas is having doesn't have any definite shape. It also takes the shape of a container. For example, LPG gas, we have to fill the cylinder with the methane gas, and that one is a usable gas which we used for cooking purpose. See, like that, it doesn't have any volume, and it is having the mass. See, this is how gas will be there. See, this is all about the properties of a matter. And the example of this one is juice or water. gas is example. Balloon. See, this is how properties of a matter will be present. So dear students, in today's class we learnt about the classification. Classification is nothing but the process of systematic arranging the things into groups on the basis of their common property is called as classification. Next we learnt one more definition. We learnt grouping of similar things together is also called as classification. And the next one is materials. When we come to materials, the definition is there. The matter of which an object is made is called as material. Then what is the meaning of matter? Matter is nothing but anything which has a mass and occupies space is called as matter. See, there are varieties of objects are present in our surrounding. These are objects, if we observe very closely, we observe that it is having different properties, and mass is nothing but the weight, and it is felt by one or more sense organ. Sense organ, we can smell, we can see, we can hear, we can feel, like that. There are 5 sense organ are there. See, we can felt by our sense organ. For example, sometimes we see the different types of object like gold and the iron. If we compare these two, the iron appears dull compared to the gold. See, gold will shine very bright compared to the iron. See, like that, there are different types of objects we can felt by our sense organ. See, like that. And the next we shall move on to the states of matter. See, in this state of matter, there are different types of states of matter are there. First one is solid, liquid and the gas. In solid, molecules or the particles are arranged in a closely means very compactly it will arrange, and there is no space at all, and this we call it as a solid. Example is wood. So many examples are there. Hard substance means what? All the hard substance and all the heavy substance, we call it as a solid things. See, and heavy and light also, according to their property we can classify. See, example is solid and example is wood. Like that, in wood, liquid, the molecules or the particles arranged in a very loosely way compared to the solid, loosely arranged molecules. And example is water. See, the water is having the less intercellular space is between them, and that's why intercellular space is nothing but the between the space. In each molecules there is a small amount of space is present, and that's why liquid is example is a water. See, next one is gas. Gas is having the, compared to the solid as well as the liquid, there is a lot of space in between them, and that's why it is called as gas. Example is balloon. Usually balloon is filled with a helium gas, or a helium gas is filled, and this is the best example of a gas. Next we learned about the properties of a matter. See, properties of a matter include solid, liquid and the gas. See, according to the properties, in solid, definite shape, definite mass and the volume is there. Example is wood. Like that, in liquid, it doesn't have any shape. It takes the shape of a container. If we take the water or any types of juice, milk, like that, these are the examples of a liquid. If you pour into one certain object, it takes its own shape. Like that, this is the example of a liquid. And the gas is also having the mass and doesn't have any definite shape, and that's why it is called as a gas, and these gas will possess these properties. And see, this is all about the classification, materials and the states of matter will be learnt in today's class. Thank you.